Hi everyone, it is Wine Wednesday here on LDF. Grab a glass of wine and let's chat some summer reading books. Or just some summer reading. Before I get into it, I'll just say my summer reading list. I wanted fun, easy to read, frivolous books. That's all I was looking for and it's exactly what I got. I started off with Divergent. If you enjoyed The Hunger Games, you'll enjoy Divergent. The first two books, fantastic. Third book, I wasn't thrilled with. It wasn't the ending that I didn't like so much as they changed what it was to be Divergent, and it felt less special. That was my main issue with the book. However, the first two books, fantastic, and I love the movie. So next up was Jason Priestley's memoir. This one was super fun. It was Brandon Walsh. How can you not love it? It covers his life from Vancouver to LA to London to New York, all over the place with lots of great stories about people who become uber famous. I mean, I won't give anything away except for Brad Pitt does make an appearance. The selection. Hands down the girliest thing I've ever read. Really heavy on the romance, which if I hadn't known going in, I would have been really frustrated, but I knew. Next up was the Tiger series. I was really excited about this book. When I went to Kohl's to pick up some new series, the girl had said, "You must read this," and she said when she talked about it, she got goosebumps, so I was really excited to read it. It's about this girl, Kelsey Hayes, who has graduated from high school and goes to work a couple of weeks for a circus. She's sent there by a temp agency. And all she's supposed to do is sell tickets, clean up, and feed the animals. And it turns out there's this white tiger there. And this man shows up and he wants to buy the tiger and bring it back to India, and he wants someone to come with the tiger to make sure the transition is smooth, and he hires Kelsey to go with them. It turns out that the tiger is a prince under a curse, and she has to do all of these crazy adventures to help him end the curse. But the third book, I thought there were only 3 books, because my bookstore and my library only had 3 books. So reading the whole way through, I thought this was going to be the end, and I kept thinking, there's still so much more to go, we have so much more to do, and we haven't done this and that, and the bad guy's still about. And lo and behold, there's a 4th book. Next up was my absolute favorite series so far this summer, Ruby Red. It's about 16-year-old Gwyneth, lives in London, and her cousin has a time travel gene. She's been trained to go into the past and know what to do. However, when it comes time for time travel, it turns out that Gwyneth has the time travel gene, not her cousin. So she's forced to go into the past and she doesn't know the history as well. And she reacts to these situations in hilarious ways that I constantly thought, oh my god, I'd totally do the same thing. And she's stuck traveling with this guy that she's not 100% sure she can trust. It's just an easy to read whirlwind adventure. It takes place over, I think, 2 weeks. And there's 3 books, so great. Liz, you absolutely have to read this series. It'll make you feel a little old, but don't worry about it. Up next, I'm going to be reading the Graceling series, and followed up by some historical fiction from Edward Rutherfurd, Paris, London, and New York. 3 separate books. In the comments below, leave your thoughts on these books, or the books that I'm about to read, or your thoughts on my thoughts. Let me know. And we will see you tomorrow.